Welcome, class of 2020 seniors. This is the Virtual Life Skills Series, just for you. I'm Bradley Taylor, Director of Alumni Engagement and proud 2013 alumnus of High Point University. We welcome you to this series designed especially for you to provide information, life skills, amazing content from your faculty and staff. So stay tuned.
Welcome, Class of 2020, to our Virtual Life Skills Series. I am glad that we have this opportunity to join together virtually to continue to learn and enhance the skills that our university has taught us already. During this time, I want to remind you that you are not alone. We have our High Point University family supporting us every step of the way. From the faculty and staff to the Alumni Association, they want to celebrate us, this milestone of an accomplishment. For our series, we will be hearing from our favorite HPU professors and staff members who will provide us additional knowledge and skills that we're able to use during our personal and professional life. Enjoy.
First up is Lindsay Scott with her Meet the Employers podcast series. You're going to love this. She is interviewing employers about key tips and advice that they have in the job marketplace that can allow you to have that competitive edge. So make sure to check out this next clip with Lindsay and her Meet the Employers podcast.
Hey guys, this is Lindsay Scott. I'm the Director of Corporate Relations at High Point University. So excited to be talking to you guys about a project that I have been working on for the past few weeks. It is called the Meet the Employers podcast series. So this is an opportunity for you guys to get a glimpse into what employers are thinking and doing during these really adventuresome times. So a lot of different tips and tricks on what you can be doing during these work from home times, everything from networking, how to start your network and really build that network, as well as to make it last for a lifetime. We've got tips on really how to get involved in your community and volunteer, and also use that to help build your resume so that you can continue up the great work as you're getting ready for your internship and your job search. And the final thing is we're talking to employers that just really run the gamut of everything from life sciences to communications and a little bit of everything in between. I'm so excited for you guys to take a listen, and I really can't wait to hear what you think. Let me know what your thoughts are, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Our next series segment is by Dr. Doug Hall. He's the Associate Director in the Office of Career and Professional Development. Doug is going to bring to you an amazing segment on career preparation strategies, especially during this time as we're dealing with COVID-19. He's going to bring to you some key tips about staying positive, about building on your network, utilizing the skill sets you already have to make yourself competitive in our job marketplace today. Because we know the next chapter of your life is going to be that career, and we know you're going to do some amazing things as an HPU alumni. Stay tuned for Doug's segment on career preparation strategies.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dr. Doug Hall, and I work as Assistant Director in the Office of Career and Professional Development. And just want to say thank you for being attentive and being able to be open to hearing what I have to share as it relates to your finishing up your senior year. We certainly are missing not being able to see you here in person, but we're trying to do what we can here virtually and still make this opportunity to connect in any way we possibly can. Now, I'm certainly thinking about you as it relates to this is senior year, and I'm sure you didn't imagine finishing it up like this. But just know that, our office is here to assist in any way possible. And so today I have a few pointers and things that I want to share with you that I think will be very helpful as it relates to how we will transition out of your senior year. So one of the first things that we want to talk about today is this whole notion of, okay, it's my senior year. What should I be doing? I'm in the house. I can't really go too far. I can't see everyone that I like to see or be where I'd like to be. But what can I be doing in the meantime? We hear a lot about students transitioning and figuring out, all right, I'm graduating from college and I want to figure out what my next steps will be. So one of those things that we want to make sure that our students understand is that for the job market that's out there, we still want you to apply, keep applying, looking for those opportunities, looking for the jobs. Employers are still seeking talent, believe it or not. But you really want to be strategic about where you can apply and see where the greatest need is. And so that need could be in a lot of different spaces, from education, healthcare. Think about what's happening out there. You'll see the postings. You'll see the employers. They're going to have those opportunities out there. So we really want to make sure that you are an active applicant. You're on the job boards. You're on places like Indeed, LinkedIn, looking at job postings via Purple Briefcase, which is one of our internal platforms you can use, as well as other search engines to really kind of just get a feel for what's out there. Additionally, you may find other employers in your surrounding area where you really don't have to go too far, but just look and see what's around me. What kind of companies are available? If I'm closer to a metropolitan area, can I look there for full-time job opportunities? Certainly want to just keep my eye open and seeing what opportunities are available and going from there. The next thing I would like to talk to you about is this whole essence of networking. I know when you all were here on campus, you would hear it a lot from your faculty members, you might hear it from our office, you might hear it from your parents, maybe other employers and other industry professionals that's talking about you have to network, right? And so for some, networking might look like a lot of different things to different people. So it's more than just, showing up for an event, some swanky setup where you have to have a glass in hand to kind of schmooze it up with people just to let them know who you are and what you're about. Some of you all know very well what networking is. It's simply just having a conversation with industry professionals or even some of our prestigious alums who have been here and have gone on to land great opportunities in the world of work. But it's really about an exchange of information, you asking questions, you being very intentional about opportunities that you're seeking upon graduation. So for instance, it may be we reach out to a fellow alum who has been successful in the wonderful world of sales, and we really want to talk with them about their journey. How did they get there? What questions did they ask to get to where they are? Successes, pitfalls to avoid, tips on really how to succeed in an interview, where to look for those job opportunities. And that's one of those things that needs to be happening for our students ongoingly. We can no longer just sit tight and hope that the opportunity will fall in our lap. We have to be aggressive. We have to be assertive. We have to go after it. And I think this is what's going to help set you apart from a lot of others who may just be sitting around. Yes, it's easy to be in our rooms. It's easy to be in the house and not have anything to do, but you can network. And even though we have to maybe do this thing with social distancing, there's nothing wrong with picking up the phone. There's nothing wrong with setting up a FaceTime, a Zoom, a Skype, a WebEx. Whatever the case, you want to be active networking. A great place to start with your network is using LinkedIn. I'm a huge fan of it. If anyone has had an appointment with me, they know that's the first place I'm going. They'll say, Dr. Hall, I want to look at your networks, or let me see who your contacts are. And the first place I will direct you is to LinkedIn. That's where my contacts are. That's where I'm looking to go to find key individuals who are working in the industry who can give me some great insight as it relates to what kind of opportunities are out there, not just for myself, but also for the students that I work with. So just something to consider as you're looking to do your networking. All right, so let's talk a little bit about your job search and how we're going about doing so. It's so critical that employers, if they don't get to see you first, they're going to see your work. And specifically, I'm talking about your marketing documents, right? So you all have heard us talk about, getting your resume together. If you haven't heard it from me, you heard it from someone. The resume, cover letter, your LinkedIn profile for some of my creatives out there, putting together maybe digital portfolios might be appropriate, having a website of some sort. But usually I like to stick with simplicity as it relates to the resume, cover letter, and LinkedIn. It's so important that you get your resume looked at. If you've never started one, there's some great websites out there that you can take a look at. You're more than welcome to visit our website, and you'll see there we have a whole list of different resources, resume lookbook, just to kind of give you an idea about what the resume needs to have in it, how it needs to look, how long does it need to be. Those are key things because this is the first thing an employer may see from you if they've never met you. If your networking is going to be very important, you never know. You might be talking with a fellow alum or another employer that may very well say, hey, can you send me your resume? And you want to make sure that that document is sharp and ready to go. The other component is, like I mentioned, was the cover letter. The cover letter, I know when I talk with students, I'm in the middle of appointments now, and usually when that cover letter comes up is usually where students kind of trip up a little bit. But nonetheless, a cover letter is a great tool to really help connect your writing skills, your ability to articulate what it is that you've done well with the opportunity that you are pursuing. So whether it's for your first marketing job, or you're looking into something with research, or you're looking into some technical role, the whole idea is to be able to take your ability to wordsmith your story, your experiences, and how they're going to fit well with the opportunity in which you're applying to. And then behind the cover letter is also your LinkedIn profile. So much like I mentioned before, how we can use it for networking, that's also a digital presence of who you are that's capturing all of the different experiences you've had. You might be able to upload media, videos, documents, things that you've created for employers to see. You have recruiters that are on LinkedIn. You have other employers, people who you've connected with that are on LinkedIn. And that's going to be very crucial to make sure that your page looks pristine. You have a great photo. You have a great about summary, a nice tagline. All of those unique things is going to be critical in making sure that whoever sees it knows what they need to know about you. And hopefully from there, we'll promote a conversation for the next step, which would hopefully then be an interview for that opportunity. It's very important that you have a great digital presence. Now, earlier I talked about LinkedIn, and that's usually one of the greatest starts you want to have as it relates to establishing your digital presence. Remember, your LinkedIn is going to have a nice headshot, nice photo of you, a summary about your skill set, a list of your experiences, clubs and organizations you may have been involved in, volunteer experiences, companies you follow, skills you want to promote and highlight, your contact information, and that's great. And LinkedIn is on purpose a professional networking site that's going to be utilized for interacting with employers, recruiters, alums, and the like. Now, LinkedIn may not be the only social media platform that you are responsible for. I know students are real big on Instagram. Some are on Twitter. Some even still use Facebook. But whatever the social media platform you have, you want to make sure your digital footprint is clean all the way around. So be very intentional about what you're putting out there. Now, am I sitting here saying that I need to be social media police? No, but just think about your personal branding. How do you want to be recognized and looked at by employers? So if someone were to Google your name, what comes up? What will they see? I've talked with employers who have said that they're not necessarily looking at your social media to see if you're saying anything off color or off topic, but they just really want to see how thoughtful are you in your responses? What kind of things are you speaking to? How informed are you in the world around you? So really think of social media as a great tool to really kind of articulate how you think, what you're looking at, and what matters as it relates to the industry in which you think you might be wanting to go into, thinking about how you interact and communicate with others, and really how to express yourself. So very important that your social media presence is pristine all across the board. This will be an extension and a representation of who you are, what you say, how you think, how you feel. And I understand that expressing yourself is going to be very critical, but just believe and know that you have employers that are looking at all of those different things and seeing how you might be a great representative of their organization as well. So you're active in your job search. You're looking at opportunities. You majored in whatever your degree is in, and you had intentions about making sure that, okay, I finished my degree in graphic design, so I'm going to be a graphic designer, or I majored in biology and I'm going to do research, or I'm on my way to medical school, I'm on my way to PT school, whatever the case. And regardless of your major, you might have good intentions about where you want to take your training and learning as far as into the workforce. But one of the things that I will challenge a student to do and to think about is to really be flexible in those opportunities that you are seeking. Yes, I understand you went to school to study one thing, but the job market may call for something totally different. And in those opportunities that you may see out there, I want you to be thinking about what skills are transferable. So if, for instance, if I'm looking at a role that might be related to healthcare, and even though I studied science, which is good, and maybe it's an opportunity in healthcare sales, with my science background, where could I use my communication skills in said role that I'm looking at? Same thing if you're looking at nonprofit organizations. You want to really be thinking about how to think, you want to think flexible. You want to be broad in your approach in looking at opportunities that are going to be most suited for your skill set. And I understand that maybe the first job out of college is not necessarily your dream job, but again, what kind of skills can I build along the way with employers that I haven't really thought about? A wise person once told me that you go to work not just to earn, but to learn. So think about the opportunities that you are pursuing and ask yourself, if I'm here working with this organization, what will I learn? What will they train me on? Can I leverage these skills that they're teaching me maybe for the next role 2 or 3 years down the line? So I want students to really be thinking along those lines. The other thing too is to really just be open, because sometimes the job opportunity you're pursuing may not necessarily be a full-time opportunity. Maybe it is a post-grad internship. Perhaps it's a temporary assignment. And so whatever the case, just look at it as, here's a great space for me to be a part of, where I can learn and gain the skills that are going to be necessary and transferable for other opportunities that I'm pursuing. So whether that's my next full-time job or necessary for graduate or professional school, we want to make sure that you're thinking along those lines in a broad and flexible way for your job search. All right, so I've shared a lot of great information with you. And I know you might be thinking, yeah, it's all good information. I know all of these things I have to kind of get in order. But if I were there right with you, I say, look, let's stay encouraged. Let's keep going. It's easy to sit and wallow and be upset and be, away from all of the things that you're familiar with. You want to be here on campus. You feel like you need everything, here with you in order to make this work, this whole process. But I just say this, with the job search, or if you're pursuing graduate or professional school and you're just in this waiting period, I say try to be as upbeat and positive as you possibly can. There's a reason why we want you to keep networking. You want to keep the conversations going, and you certainly want to make sure that every conversation you have, whether it's someone you know or you've not met, you want to be upbeat and positive. Because if you're on the phone and you're smiling, I can feel it. I can hear it. Definitely. If you're on a WebEx or a Skype or a video chat of some sort, people want to see it. So you want to be upbeat and be positive, right? So get outside, get some exercise, get some fresh air, maybe step away from the work that you've been working on and come back to it, and know that all that we're dealing with in light of the coronavirus and pandemic that's going on, I would just say, don't worry about that. You focus on getting the skills that you need in order. You can work with our office that will certainly help you in getting involved. You can certainly check our website. We want to make sure that you can connect with our office, make an appointment, talk with our career advisors. We're available to help give you the insight and the things that you need that's going to help make you successful during the course of your time here at High Point University and beyond. And so please, we want you to stay positive, enjoy this journey, and just know that you're not there alone. You have us here to help you along the way.
Class of 2020, thank you so much for joining us for the Virtual Life Skills series. We're trying to bring to you amazing content from your HPU family, your faculty, staff, and administrators here at the university. So I thank you for joining us.